Okay, I'm going to show you how to collect weather data for 1 week and then how to put that data into a spreadsheet. So there's two things you're going to need to open up. You're going to need to open up the spreadsheet, which you will find in this assignment, and I'll show you what that spreadsheet looks like in a minute. You're also going to want to visit this website. So first thing I would do is actually click on this website. Okay, the next step is to find the weather in your location. So to do that, you're going to want to enter your postcode. So I'm just going to give you my postcode. Okay. And what it will do is it will then find you the weather for where you live. Okay. So we're going to come back to this page in a second, but I'm just going to show you one thing that I'm going to want to do. First thing you're going to have to do is always get the weather every day. So you're going to have to do this every day for 7 days. It won't take you long. It'll just take you a few minutes, and all you're actually doing is updating your spreadsheet every day. Now, you want to ignore the data for the future because these are predictions. We don't actually know if this is weather that's going to happen. Okay. And what I'd also like you to do is always go for the weather at the same time of the day. Okay. So I'm going to choose, the time I'm going to choose is going to be 12 o'clock because that's an easy one to remember. Okay. And today, which is a Friday, I can see that the temperature is 9 degrees at 12 o'clock. Okay. So, other thing I asked you to open was the spreadsheet measuring the weather. So because this is the first day of gathering my weather data, I'm going to enter the temperature as 9. Just number 9. I don't need to put 9 degrees. Okay. And then every other day from after this day, for 7 days, I'm going to go in, quickly click on that BBC Weather web link. You might want to leave it open on your device so you can always jump back into it, and find the weather for where I live, for my postcode, find the temperature for the time I picked. So I picked 12 o'clock. So tomorrow it might be 10 degrees at 12 o'clock, and so on. Okay. Right, what else do I want? I want the wind speed and the wind direction. So let me go back to that website. And if I look down for today, I can see the wind speed and the wind direction. Now, if I go back to my 12 o'clock time, I can see that the wind speed is 11. Okay, so actually in this case, it's miles per hour. And I can see the little arrow is pointing to, now this compass direction, if you remember, it's not north, that would be up the way, and it's not east, that would be to the right, but it's halfway between. So I'm going to call this northeast. Okay, if it was pointing south, it would be south. If it was pointing this direction, it would be southeast. This would be southwest, west, and northwest. Okay, so our wind speed is 11 miles per hour, and it's going to the northeast. So let me go and collect that data. So my wind speed for day 1 is 11. My wind direction, I'm just going to write NE. Now, rainfall is a tough one. We could measure it. We could actually build our own little rain gauge and put it in our garden and record the amount of millimeters of rain. But I'm going to simplify rainfall. I want to know one of 3 things. There has been no rain. You can choose. There has been some rain, or there has been heavy rain. Okay? You've got 3 choices. And now what you need to do is think back from the very moment today that when you're doing this, and go back in time and think in the last 24 hours, so that might include a night's sleep, it will include a night's sleep, has there been any rain from when I last did this? Now, because this is my first day, I'm going to think back to the same time yesterday. Has it rained? And yes, there was a little bit of rain. So I'm going to type some rain. Okay. If in that last 24 hours there'd been no rain, I'd write no rain. If it would be very heavy, I'd write heavy rain. Okay, by day 2, I'll be thinking about from the moment I'm doing it right now to tomorrow. So by the time I do this same thing tomorrow, will it have rained in the last 24 hours? Now, cloud cover is something you also have to think about. And I suggest you look out the window, look up at the sky. Now, I'd like you to estimate how much of your sky is covered in clouds. if the whole sky that you can see from your window is 100%, how much of your sky is covered in clouds? And I would estimate about 10% right now. I'm looking at the window and I can see a few little white fluffy cirrus clouds in various places. You might need an adult to help you estimate. You can ask mum or dad, what do they think, what percentage do they think this sky is covered in cloud? So there we have 10. That would be 10%. I'm not bothering putting the percent in, or the miles per hour, or the degrees. I'm just putting in the numbers. You now have to repeat this every day. Go to the website, answer this, find your data. Okay. What I'm going to do, just to make your life easy, is I'm going to pop a little web link into the spreadsheet as well. All you've got to do is remember your postcode. So there is the BBC web link. You can click on that, put your postcode in, you can get your temperature, your wind speed, and your wind direction. You then just got to think back, did it rain in the last 24 hours? Answer one of these 3 questions. And then you've got to estimate your cloud cover. And there may be no clouds in the sky, that would be 0. If you can't see any blue sky at all, that would be 100% cloud cover. If half the sky is covered in cloud, that would be 50%. Okay? So when we meet again in our next lesson in 7 days' time, I'll be looking for you to have a complete table of data.